Kenny, Max Kellerman back here on Friday Night Fights. We're not talking about boxing. We're talking about baseball, Max and I. We're talking about Hall of Fame candidates and that sort of thing. We're also talking about light heavyweights, of course, with the late Archie Moore. We're talking about, the greatest of all time. And, of course, you didn't fight that much at that point because it's just his passing. Of course, one of the best pound-for-pound of all time. But light heavyweight rankings, we want to have yours, pound for pound now, just in that one weight class.
Okay, so let's talk about the light heavyweights. First the premise, what's greatness? Well, it's the Sandy Koufax, Nolan Ryan argument. Who was the greater pitcher? At his best, clearly Sandy Koufax, but Ryan had such a long career that when you talk about greatness, I'm the type of guy to tend to favor the guy who had the highest peak in his prime. Having said that, I don't think any light heavy in history beats Billy Conn on his best night. But Ezzard Charles' prime wasn't far away and had a much longer prime. Therefore, Ezzard Charles, #1 pick with Conn 2. Archie Moore, the Nolan Ryan of the light heavyweight division, #3. Tommy Loughran, the dominant light heavy of his era, which included Greb and Tunney, #4. Michael Spinks, 5. I know I'm going to get flack for that, rating Spinks over the guy we're previewing today. We're showing today Bob Foster, but those two are very close. 6. Harry Greb, who, look, he lost to Gene Tunney those times. He beat Tunney in the first fight, generally considered robbed against Tunney in the second fight. One of the no decisions went to Greb, etc. Tunney only beat Greb when Greb was past his prime. Then Gene Tunney, great fighter, although he never did fight a black fighter in his entire career, was the third best light heavy of his era. Brian, I know you love him. Harold Johnson, #9, never could be, or could once beat Archie Moore. It's unfortunate he fought in the same era. And Jack Delaney, where, Delaney's peak, knocking out Tiger Flowers, beating Tommy Loughran, but the peak wasn't long enough.
It puts Gene Tunney in among the best light heavyweights of all time. Need I say more? We'll get Teddy Atlas in on this, and we'll double team you. Programming note here on Friday Night Fights.